Good meowning. Good meowning. Good meowning, y'all. Well, let's be. That's me. Good meowning. Today. Well, time would be. Today, we are going to be doing. Friggin'. We're gonna be, fucking around with the cats. We're gonna be messing with some Twitch stream features that I have been working on. You'll like them. And also, we're going to be, doing more draws. So here we go. Why is my freaking connection unstable? Oh, I had the VPN on. Should be better now. There we go. Let's see. Alright. Technical issue difficulties. Oh, am I even live? Yep. Okay, good. The first thing that I have been working on is sound alerts. Well, sound alerts and a soundboard. Because, let's see, as long as my desktop audio is working. No, the desktop audio again. Oh wait, here we go. Yeah. What about that? Or that kind of shit, you know? That kind of shit. Or also, whenever a funny thing happens. Yeah. Or also, if there is, like, sad times. You know. Also, this motherfucker that I found, which is just absolutely hilarious.
Oh, these? My boobies? My massive fucking titties? My super stuffed up milkies? My hunger bonger doinky boinkies? My fucking fabric stretching, wind flapping, gravity welling sex mounds?
So fucking good! Yes! Fucking love it. You tilt this down a little bit, speaking of which. One of these days, actually, and factually, why talk about one of these days when you can just do it now, right? Better camera angles as always. Top down, baby. Oh, good meowning. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah. See if turning on the ring light actually does anything. Not really. Yoy. Anyways, we'll see when we get our first little view in here to chat with me. I'll probably have to pass to somebody that's just waking up. But in the meantime, let's just fuck around with some more sounds. So Ooh. Oh shit. Steam isn't open yet. That's very important. That's very important. Very important to have Steam open. It's very important to have Steam open. Because, like, freaking, you know, like, what if you have to play some fucking video games? What if you have to play some, like, little fucking video games? You know what I mean? So, let's test out some of these sound buttons. No, okay, my sound alerts browser source is offline. How? Source. Just a moment. Okay. See if that works. I'm implementing sound alerts again. It's been a while, but I had some set up before. Also, I updated the freaking alert boxes, you know? So it should be nice and juicy goosey. Let's see. Add sound alerts to the browser so you Streamlabs OBS in the window that pops up. Yeah, did that. Yeah, did that. Oh, so it should be working. Should also install the extension on Twitch. I guess I do have it already. Well, in theory, yeah, you should be able to press some buttons down there to make sounds happen with bits. We'll see. We're gonna be testing new features until 7:30. Just the opening 30 minutes, just getting warmed up. And then it's gonna be fucking around with the cats for 30 minutes. And then it's drawing. Just drawing, chatting. Okie dokie. Oh, in the background, I'm going to be playing some tunes. I'm going to get credit up as soon as I can from wonderful friend of the show, Lex. One of their old EPs. Turn that down a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna have some Sentimental Bias in our headphones. I'll drop that link in the chat. Still haven't gotten the bots going. Working on it. Working on it. Working on it. Working on it. Oh. And, yeah, there we go. Great album. I love it. Here we go. Let's see if those drops are working. And why? Maybe if I refresh the page. Well, let's try and test it. It still says it's offline. I don't get it. Properties. Streamlabs, browse source. It's exactly what I'm supposed to do. Now, you know what? Didn't copy the right thing. Of course. There we go. Now it should work. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, folks, come on. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. In the meanwhile, let's play some more of the friggin' these buttons. Also, there's one. It's just the sound's voice, like, and so you can go. Like freaking Morse code. Also got the classic DJ Aaron. Gotta have that. And meanwhile, oh, also, love this one. You know, if you're murdering people. You know, like from the SNL sketch, you know. Windows shut down. Wilhelm scream, gotta have that. I need to find the alternative, the other one. You know the one. Okay. Has it implemented yet? Is implementing been imp? I don't know what else you fuckers want me to do. Still, no, I don't get it. I don't know. Still says it's offline. Not sure what the problem is. That'll have to be for later, because I'll have to watch a tutorial, and I'm not gonna be watching a tutorial on here. We'll fuck around with the stuff that does work. So, the alert box is now... There should be a picture, though. Why? What? Okay, one sec. There should be... Where's the alert box? Oh, you know what the problem is? Way too low. It should be up top. Let's try that again. Yeah, see a little jester? A little jester for the mural, you know? And then, oh, that's still stuck on classic. I could have sworn that I switched these fuckers up, but I must have not pressed save. So, also, something I want to do is just use straight up the poster. So let's test that right now. Way too small. Yeah, barely visible. What if we just made the alerts fucking huge? Gigantic. Gigantic. Absolutely gigantic. I do like the oh yeah sound. It's extremely funny to me. Generally when I'm setting this shit up, anything that makes me fucking laugh, you know, like big laugh, I'm like, yeah, it'll probably work. Yeah. I mean, also, what if? Oh. Oh yeah. We're hitting boops and bops here. Dibbles and scribbles. I do not understand why the browser source is offline, rather, for sound alerts. If anybody is a genius penis on sound alerts, feel free to hit me up, but you know, whatever. Anyways, let's go through the soundboard start to finish. And of course, if anybody has any suggestions for good ones, I mean, they got everything. So here we go. I'm gonna, I wish we're gonna pause the music for a sec to go through the soundboard. Start to finish. We got classic rim shot. We got crickets. We got fatality. Is that trombone? I think that's Final Fantasy, right? Yeah. And then next time on The Freak Show. Oh wait, no, wrong one. Shit. Next time on CSI Alice. Oh, Alice on Alice. She did a big murder with a huge cock. Love that shit. I'm gonna do that one again, cause I got great bedroom eyes, baby. Oh. Also, look at this fucking outfit. My freaking boyfriend's mom is a fucking legit, got like a fashion design degree. Send me so many duds. I haven't even tried them all out yet because a lot of them are like very statement piecey. It's an open back. It's so fucking cute. Wearing it with the leggings. Oh wait, no feet on stream. Yeah. Got this nails match. Nails are fucking janked out as fuck. That was me falling asleep doing my nails. I was like, I'm gonna do classic Alice in Wonderland patterns, and yeah, gave up on these ones. I'll have to redo them by the time we get to the Okay, what's next? Yeah, if you're incepting something, it's like, if you're doing having a galaxy brain moment, it's like, but then, and then, classic, which I guess, you know what? How you remove shit? Anyways, doesn't matter. This one is better than this one, in my opinion. Anyways, me, not a big weed smoker, but I'm in the fucking PNW. Shit's fucking legal here, you know. I wish I liked it. I wish it was my drug of choice, way safer than the fucking shit I'm doing. But friggin', you know.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed
You know, like.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
Like 420. You heard about this shit? Have you heard about this shit? Like this green herb shit. You heard about this? If you smoke it, I know, into your lungs, makes you feel all sorts of things. And also, Snoop Doggy Dogg plays in your head. 24/7. And that's how you go to hell. Which is my heaven. Because I'm a girl fag. Boy dyke. Judge is fake. Bitch. Bitch. Yep, got the bleep. Classic fart. Gotta have a fart. Laugh track. To keep, honestly, straight up. When viewership is low and nobody's chatting in chat, I will just cheer myself up. I'll be just like, wow, they love me. My audience. No, boy. We got ourselves a Wilhelm scream. Sitcom laugh. Which I should probably pare it down. That one's better. Said violin, already did that. Oh, here's the good one. Oh, everything's nice now. It's like, I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm sorry, ma'am, I have very bad news. Your husband, Mr. Mr. Beepers, he was gunned down in the street this morning. So sorry for your loss. He was a troop. He was a cop troop. Just kidding, I cab every day, baby. Did that. I don't even remember what this is. Let's see.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Oh, Shrek. Oh, I love Shrek. You know? 'Cause I'm a big ugly ass ogre, bitch ass lady.
What are you doing in my swamp?
And his name is John C.
Ooh, look at my fucking muscles, actually. Straight up. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Who doesn't love a fucking buff ass titty bitch? Ah. That one. You can do it like a... Oh, wait. If I can do it. If I could do it on both. Oh, that works. Wait. Live Winktings? That's fucking awesome. Look straight, Cam. Wouldn't it be like super cool to, you know, like just like kill all the rich people? Just kidding, parody satire. Yeah. Ooh. If something sad happens, you're depressed, and it's like... It's kind of quiet. Classic to be continue sound. Show about nothing. Oh, look, hello, here, hi. Jeopardy? I'm writing my things. I'm doing my Jeopardies. I'm thinking up the answers. That's what I'm doing. Oh, fuck, it's like the whole fucking thing. I'm good. No, it starts again. Let's just switch to another one. SpongeBob failed.
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
Play that before, you know, being right back.
Oh shit, here we go again.
The CJ. That's going to be extremely useful. One of the things that we're going to be doing, for the freaking, oh my god, it goes on so long. One of the things we're going to be doing for the freaking mural stream that we're brainstorming up, like stretch goal stuff, if we meet certain stretch goals for funding, pranks will be played. Literally, like, pie in the face to one of the artists by surprise. If we hit a certain amount of Monet. We'll see. And finally, my favorite new find. I cannot get enough. And then we're at 7:30, so we're gonna be doing cats time. Fucking with the cats, which means I turn off all the lights and put on some crazy lights and turn on all automated toys and just fuck around with them. They love it. They love it. I'm their mommy.
Oh, these, my boobies, my massive fucking titties, my super stuffed up milkies, my hunger bonger doinky boinkies, my fucking fabric stretching, wind flapping, gravity welling sex gnomes.
What can I say? I got big hungers. Okay. It's time. It's time for freaking kitty cats time. So, ooh, what do we have here? What do we have here? It looks like little Miss Wolf is sleeping. Let's see. She's hiding. Let's see if I can wake her up. Woof woof! Woof woof! Woof woof! Woof woof! Woof woof! Oh no, she is sound asleep. Or fully ignoring me. Time for me. Have a little drink. Hydrate. Hydrate. Excuse me. Ooh. I got the longest COVID you would not believe. Ow. Being alive hurts sometimes. Like, for real. For real, for real. Oh my fucking god. I might have to take a real quick BRB. Or cough. Excuse me. I'm back. Turns out what cures coughs mostly is sake of wets. Anyways, let's turn on some background audio noise and fuck with some cats. Okay? We'll be good fucking with cats music. We're gonna make, well, Wolf is sleeping, but Frank is probably somewhere. Let's make the Cats Club turn on some EDM. Should be mildly bumping. Very mildly. Just a mo. Meow meow. Meow meow. Okay. We're gonna grab some toys. No! Frankie! Okay. Back up. We're going back together. Let's see. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now we got it. Okay, Frankie. Kitty cat. There she is. There she is. Little Frankie song. Little Frankie song. Ooh, ooh. Little Frankie song. Frankie do big jump. Frankie do big jump in the club. Ooh, or Woof. Will Woof do it? Ooh, hello Woof. Woof is checking it out. freaking cat zone. Hey, Frankie. Look. I put a freaking mouse on top. There we go. Yes. Yes, get that ass. Are you hiding from it? Are you hiding from it? Are you hiding? Little kitty. Little kitty. Frankie. Frankie, my baba. My baba Frankie. What is it? What will you do? What is it? Like, okay. No, yeah. What? Oh my god. The other day they were going apeshit. You never know with cats. One of the friggin' best things I've ever seen about cats is like you can spend $8 gajillion on a custom friggin' thingies for them, you know, little ladies, and they'll just play with the fucking ball of trash, you know? They'll just play with some fucking trash. They don't know the difference. They don't know the price cost. They don't care about Texas doodads. They're cats. They're just little kitty cats. Hey, just little kitty cats. You ever seen one of these kitty cats? Yeah? Hey? You ever seen that musical? Nah? Yeah? I just, doing this close cam, realized go back. In the meantime, enjoy. Okay. I'm back. Have the cats communicated? Or are we gone? I hope so. What happens when you do obnoxious soundboard with cat?
You're like a chemical coursing through my veins. So addicted to your pleasure, I forget the pain. Take it when I leave it. I want you to need it. Like my body needs you so. Like my body needs you so. Like my body, body. Like my body needs you so. Like my body, body.
Frankie.
Body needs you so. Give it up, give me what I want. Give it up, give me what I want.
Frankie, go to the camera.
Give me what I want.
There we go. Frankie!
I wanna hit you up and I ain't gonna run. I wanna make you baby like my number
Frankie.
one. I know I'm onto a good thing, yeah. I know we're onto a good thing, yeah. I wanna hit you up and I ain't gonna run. I wanna tell you baby you my number one.
There we go.
I know we onto a good thing, yeah. I know we onto a good thing, yeah. Good thing, yeah. Good thing, yeah. Good thing, yeah. Good thing, I wanna hit you up and I ain't gonna run. I wanna make you baby like my number one. I know I'm onto a good thing, yeah.
Yeah. Kitty?
We're onto a good thing.
Meow. Get in front of the camera. They keep pushing it away.
Good thing, yeah.
Frankie.
Good thing, yeah.
Doing everything freaking live. Doing everything freaking live. Doing everything freaking live. Doing everything freaking live. Doing it live. Doing it live. Things picked up around day 3. Frankie! Oh my god. Frankie, you're so cute! Frankie plus soundboard? Frankie plus soundboard? What would that be like? Would it be like the sound of... Oh, 1 second. Wait. Frankie. Where's Frankie? She can't hear it, thankfully, but... Frankie, can you be sexy? Turn off the music for a sec. We're gonna see how Frankie looks. Frankie, smooth her eyes. Frankie. I hope you can hear her chirping a little bit. She goes, right? Frankie, ah? Frankie, ah? Like, Frankie, ah? If I can time it. Frankie, ah? Frankie? Hey, Frankie, what's up? Frankie? Frankie, are you tweeting and chirping? Frankie tweeting and chirping? Frankie, are you tweeting and fucking chirping? Are you fucking tweeting and fucking chirping? Are you doing that? Ooh. Oh, we've only got 2 more minutes left in fucking around with the cats and then straw time. What? Well, you know what? They're having a great time, but honestly, sometimes, you know, these freaking kitty cats, they just can't. They just can't.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping.
That's more of a
Oh shit. Here we go again.
moment. Okay, be right back. Withdraw.
I'll be there.
be right back, and it's gonna be draw time. But first, how you liking my makeup? I'm gonna be with a smoky eye, and I was like, you know, taking too long, taking way too long. So let's go goofy with it, you know. Let's get fucking goofed up, baby. Who doesn't like a hot clown? Okay, it's our time. So whoever is watching, I'm gonna do some doodles to warm up. There we go. Whoever is watching, probably turn these down a little bit. Whoever's watching, say something, and give me some prompts, give me some asks. We're gonna do warm-up doodles first. That's what we're gonna be doing first. I see 2 viewers, nobody saying anything, even if you're a rando, even if you're just dropping by. Just say a thing, and it will appear. In the meantime, let's draw some freaky little cats, and we'll watercolor those too. Get them started. Do a little sketch. We're gonna do big wide-faced cat, some freaking cutie, droopy. Oh, even, you know what? Just a cat. Instead of ears, they got freaking dringle bells. Yoip, zoip. And some nice little kitty cat eyes. There. We're gonna watercolor this, and then let's go catch it. And then ink. But also this cat, kind of haggard, you know. They've had a rough day. They got the tiny little eyebrows. A jester cat, you might say. In fact, this cat will have a full jester's uniform. Here we go. Zoip. Zap, sweep, sop, sweep, zip, dip, crap. And what will their little body be doing? Maybe a little, you know. Ooh, I know. Oh, leg behind the leg. I ain't give a care, but they're wearing like little jester's booties. Oh yeah, with little jingle bells on those too. Like, who me? I could not possibly give a care. I'm simply a jester's jester. I'm simply juggling balls and just... Ooh yeah, I'm gonna give them, we have a little tassel skirt. Probably we'll do some stripies there. That's a pretty good, I mean, if I do say so myself, that's a pretty good, nice little kitty cat. And we're gonna get started with our watercolors. But first, can check. Liquid death. Oh, gazifier. Assassinez votre soif. We're gonna read this shit in French. I'm gonna pop it, and then also gonna use some of it for our water, because I find that using flavored sparkling water for your watercolors is just good. You know, it really makes the colors pop, you know. Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. Cette canette recyclable à l'infini d'eau de montagne fraîche vient droit des Alpes pour assassiner votre soif. That's me doing it in cutesy voice, even though it's like mad. I did the middle voice the other day, and my throat is fucked. So, quand un groupe d'adolescents part en week-end dans les montagnes en buvant de l'eau dans des bouteilles en plastique banales, ils sont automatiquement poursuivis par une canette d'eau de montagne en aluminium qui n'a pour seul but que massacrer leur soif et recycler leur âme. Une fois ouverte, plus aucune soif ne peut échapper à liquid death. Après avoir démembré ses victimes dans un rituel cruel, cette canette d'eau sans pitié a utilisé les morceaux de corps de soif arrachés pour se reconstruire un costume de chair qu'elle a ensuite porté pour décrocher un emploi et jamais accepté l'offre. Elle préfère continuer de tuer les soifs sans merci. That's French, bitch. Okay. And a little for the watercolors. Pouring one out for the glowies. And here we go. Get the watercolors laid out. Crappy dollar store watercolors. No need to get fancy unless somebody wants to buy me some. Broad brush. Let's see. I'm thinking purple and red. So we'll do everything but the eyes. Maybe cross half and half sort of scheme. So like half purple. I should use a smaller brush. Half purple here, and then it'll also be purple up here. Oh, hi, Wolf. Can I help you? Can I help you? Down. Yeah, down. Please. Okay. Here we go. And there. And then we're gonna do some more. Maybe alternating on the tassels as well. A little here, a little there, a little dabble dooya. And samesies for the squint.
You're like a chemical coursing through my veins.
That's, that's how you
do your pleasure, I forget the pain. Take it when I leave
those will probably go with actual yellow or even greenish yellow because, I mean, look at this cracked ass shit. That's more toxic ass looking yellow. A little there, and a little there. And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna change the music to something more chill, because it doesn't match the vibe. Right now, that was for the cats. There we go. Now we're on some real fucking what's his face? Pretty Little Trees, Mr. Pretty Little Trees guy. I mean, friggin' talk about classic original Twitch streamer extraordinaire. And I believe Mr. Pretty Little Trees guy, there is a station channel that is like looping, you know, it's still like going. Anyways, if there's anyone in chat with a request, because while I draw these, I need to alternate so stuff can dry. So anytime you want to open your little yaps, I would love to hear what you want. And just to make sure I'm not like missing notifications. Yep, nope, nobody yet. Okay. People are starting to wake up. It is a morning show, you know. Once people get used to the consistency, they'll be like, oh, I have to wake up. I have to wake up to this bitch in the morning. But that's why we go till 10, you know, 10 plus. But I'm not going to be going too long today because I have to do more work on the freaking stream. And also maybe some life stuff, you know, get my friggin' life together. Yeah. One tool that is useful for watercolors that I do not have on hand right now and don't want to get up to get is just some paper to dab and blot. Also, nice thing about watercolors, not particularly staining, most of them wash out pretty easily on clothes, so I can fuck around and find out pretty easily with these, as opposed to like acrylics or something, you know? Anyways, I need requests, I need prompts, because we are almost done with this kitty cat that I had to fucking come up with all by my lonesome, and I want to draw something you're interested in. I'll do a persona. I'll do a freaking, you know, a funny animal. I'll do some sort of concept that is interesting. Do my best to depict it in a cartoony style, of course. And, yeah, just sort of, here we go. We got the red on this side. And paint him with that liquid death. So good. And, sorry. Turning into, my girl mode voice. Sometimes I get too gravelly, and honestly my throat has been fucking killing me, so, you know. It's time for Meowning voice again, folks. As, somebody on Twitter put it. I love that Meowning voice. You know, trans girls is tough. It's tough. Voice training takes a long time, because you got a lot of stuff built in, and also on a scientific level, your larynx, there's no way to shrink it without surgery, and I ain't one of them super rich girls. Not yet. We'll see. And then, you know what, just to throw things off a little bit, let's kind of get a little teal bluey for the stockings. Just a little tiny bit of contrast, and that'll also be, just do a little green and blue there. That'll also be the eye color and the eyebrows. Very nice. I see 2 viewers. This needs to dry. I need another thing to sketch. Please, dear God. If you are watching, if you are hearing the sound of my voice, literally just type a thing into chat. Anything, please, dear God. I think it's followers only, so if you can't chat, just follow, like, please. Like, what's it gonna cost you, please? Okay. God, being forced to come up with my own ideas for art, so fucking hard. Life is so hard. While that dries, because we're going to do additional layers for color shading, and then we're going to be adding the inks. Also, just to remind, this is what some of the finished pieces looked like from the other night. Like, look at this shit. This is some dope ass shit. Like, come on. My art fucking slaps. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, you know what? Let's work on a scene, since I have nobody else popping in. This is the Jester, and maybe we can have a freaking king yucking it up over here, doing a big old king laugh and having a big old king beard. But he's fucking old as shit. He's like, I'm an old ass king. But I'm freaking, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I'm chuckling and I'm fuckling. Now that perspective looks a little more like he's looking to the right, but yeah, let's at least edge that squeaky little eye up there. Yeah, there we go. That's better. That's better. You'll see. This is just the sketchy part. It'll come out better. And then he's, of course, gonna need some sort of friggin' royal crown. Maybe a, like, goofily tall one. You know? With some diamond dimples in it. Because he's so fucking rich. These fucking king guys. Have you seen these fucking king guys these days? They're like so fucking rich. Like this friggin' elongated Munchkin. He's just, you know, he's just so long and got extremely cucked by a trans revolutionary. Oh, so good. The media narratives these days are fully insane. There we go. Get him a little ear. And then just maybe add the Jester juggling some boils with weird long little wiggly arms. Excuse me. Ah! Fuck me. Some orbs. Got some orbs going here. Send some movement between them. Little gestures juggle. And they're doing a complicated one. Like, look. These are crossing over and shit. And then, you know, what would you have in a court? A little sick-ass dog taking a piss. Or, actually, the king is at his feast table, and he's having a little freaking chicken dinner. You know, like these ones. You know, like these guys. Yep. Yep. Winner, chicken dinner. Yep. Whoop. This little feast plate. And, okay. Here we're gonna have the castle dog reason, it's gonna be a really fucked up looking dog. It's gonna be like the most fucked up looking dog you've ever seen. Like extremely haggard. Almost looks like a fox here. They're gonna be taking a little pee-pee. Whiz on the floor. Little pee-pee puzzle. You know? In front of the Jester Man, and then maybe in the background, some set a sort of tone, maybe some fucking banners, you know, some tapestries, some insignias and such up there. There we go. And then the loyal court of bobbleheads. Of course, you gotta have them. And this is how you make art, people. Poetry in motion. Little kingly duchesses and stuff, little frilly hats. Maybe some different expressions we can have, like laughing. Oh, I love it. Not entertained. Another laughing. We're gonna have mostly laughing. Like a little smirky guy. Like he's like, oh, I'm too good for this. And this guy, he's like, yeah. Here we go. See? There we go. Okay. And, this general zone needs a little je ne sais quoi. Maybe it's all taking place on some sort of carpet? I don't know. Jester's circle. Some blue. Okay, there we go. This fuck is definitely dry. Doop. I'm gonna do... Oh, big brush. I'm gonna do big blue for the carpet right away. There we go. That's nice. Doop, a doop, a jokey joop, a timidity tail, a ziggity zam, a wham bam, and a thank you, man. Oh, you know what? I should change the stream info to say art. Oh, it already does say art. Zoop. Zippity zap, zap, zoo. Maybe give the carpet a general swirly whirl, but we want to avoid the dog, because the dog's gonna have his own colors. Probably just be a little brown little mutt. Realistic. I mean, we're doing a very realistic painting here. Howdy, howdy. Howdy, howdy. Howdy, 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 ho. Okay, come on. Smaller brush. Go hard in the pigments. Do a kind of whirl. Yep, yep, come on. Work with me. Here we go. Here we go. See the detail on that. It's all coming together. Trust me. It's gonna look fucking fantastic. Go back to the Jester and do some detail shading. So let's see. We're gonna want darker purple shade. Right there. And into the mouth, certainly. General, even though they're both reds, it'll still read both ways. Let's transition a little more. Ideally, I would soften that up, soften this up a little more. Sorry, I keep getting cam out of focus. I think I need to turn it up more. There we go. It's sitting on my titties, you know? And then, yeah, there we go. Give some definition to this one in the back. And then, yeah, there we go. That's what we call shadows in the business. In this business, making art and doing crimes. That's what we call shadows. And shadows there. A little extra, we'll blend that. See, now that I've got a little more water, you can add water, you know, like sort of after, sort of. Rough out the edges. Yeah, come on. We're coming along. It's looking good. And also, I'm gonna give them a little, like, dark navy blue shadow around here. That'll have to wait until this dries. No, I'm fucking around with that too much. Yep. Messing up my own swirls. Okay. King's crown. Gotta be yellow. For a regal fella. A cab, but the C is a K, and it's all kings are bastards. You know, rich people in power. Like, look, I get it. Leadership is a role. It's a fucking position. But it shouldn't be rewarded more, you know? I get that it's whatever emotionally stressful or something, but so's every fucking job. Leader should live the same as the people they lead. Otherwise, they don't really know. And this king's gonna be kinda probably gonna get him some rosy cheeks like this guy is freaking strong. This guy's freaking faded. This guy's faded and lifted, dude. Yeah. There we go. You know what? I always wonder, turning the light on or off doesn't seem to make a huge difference, but I can see better with it. The King's Diamonds. Have those be, blue again. They're sapphires. Maybe blue and red. There we go. A little more on the cheek and also like on the nose, you know? Like this guy's a freaking lush. He's having a grand old time. Beard's gonna stay white, teeth gonna stay white. Table, I'm just gonna give the evermost brush of gray, just to not have it be completely white. Next stream, if chat is this silent and empty, I'm just gonna have to write an entire children's book on my own. So sad. So sad. It's like, talk to me, you little bitches. Okay, here we go. Zim, zam, zoom. And here we go. And here we go. And da-la-la. And la-di-da. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. Once we hit the 8:30 point, I'm going to take a little stretch break. Some sort of orange for the turkey. Also, I totally forgot to raid somebody at the end of last stream. That was my bad. And well, there's some texture there already. Make the that's we're gonna want that darker meat, and then also down here, and we'll just say the plate's white. Okay, is this dry enough? Yeah, okay. Oh. The cat cam is fucked and upside down, but I still think it's got a view of the bed. They're just not up there. Can't do everything. Much as I would like to have 18 arms, I shrimply do not. I would love just, oh my god, like an editing team, like a bunch of little guys running around. I'd be nice to them, but you know, scurrying around doing shit. But that's how you end up. That's how you end up as one of the big freaks. You know, get cancelled. Okay. Background guests are just gonna be the jester. Also, let's make the arms. That is too dark. Although I can match that down there. Green. Greenery, frivolity. Green for creativity. And then, King's Banners. Sort of like a half, you know, like really bold. Just sort of edge around this little fucker. There we go. Here's my tip. Always color outside the lines. You know? Like, don't even start with coloring inside the lines. I fully encourage running before you can crawl. You know, to a certain extent. It's always good to learn the basics, but at the end of the day, you spend too much time preparing and looking at tutorials, and you just don't actually do the thing, you know? Sometimes you just gotta throw yourself in the deep end. Okay, that's the king's colors. This crown's got that, so we'll do blue and red. Get that red in there, just sort of edging out the guys. Gonna make it faded so that that ball stands out. Just enough red. It's the background anyways. Frankus. Oh, we have a visitor. Young lady. Young lady. Young lady? What's up? Are you okay? Are you lost? Oh my god. Rude. She just wants to look at outside. Honey bun, there's nothing there. There's nothing out there. I mean, if you peer close enough, there's the neighbor that I fucked. Yeah. Okay. Crowd. Don't want to mess too much with the colors, so honestly I'm kind of just gonna make them gray, generally gray. They're background characters. They're dimmed down. They're in the background, generally. Oh my god. Kitty cat. This is what I have to deal with, you know? And I embrace it. I love cat hairs in my paintings. Cat hairs everywhere. Cat hair is kind of a way of life for me. Yeah. Fill out some more of that gray. Oops. That is a smidge too much. That needs to be evened out. There we go. There we go. Just sort of generally indicating this is sort of in the background and not too important, you know? But it's not pure white. It's not pure white. Probably could have gone better with something a little more beigey. Right? You know what? It's never too late. Add a little tiny bit of brown to that, to the flooring specifically. Is this brown? Yeah. little too much there. Oh, and that flag still needs some red on the other side. I forgot. Okay, we are getting close to being done. Could do some extra shading on some of the stuff, but it needs to dry, like right here and here and here. Oh, and I went way past my break time. It is 8:45. I need to do a little stretchy stretch. I need to gobble some food real quick. 15 minutes, I'll be back, more drawing, and maybe somebody give me something to work off of, okay? In the meantime, I'll leave the camera on the arch that I know the cat will be fucking around with. No! No! Mother of fuck me. Okay. Let me just add a sauce. One sec. I thought I had I need to make a BRB thing, but also, here's something funny. We're back. I'm back. Oop. Let's take that away. Doop. Oh, I need to. I've been trying. One more stretch. Meow meow to you too, little cat. Meow. Meow meow. Big gorgeous baby. So sweet. Made myself some. Check this shit out. Grilled cheese, delicioso, with the little hot doggies there, and on the side, some sour cream with black pepper. And am I going to eat on stream? Yes, I am. So if you have misophonia, I'm sorry, but that's you one. Okay. I see 2 viewers. I'm still working on this crowd scene, but I want to take requests. Shout out, just an idea. You know? If you're watching, just say a thing. I know, in improv, apparently one of the most common things for people to shout out is pineapple for whatever reason, just statistically. So it's like an in-joke with I think LA improvisers specifically, maybe, or just improvisers in general, to have pineapple be the prompt, because just that's the little random for people, you know. It's like I love cheese pie XD. You know. Well, this shit's good. This shit's good as fuck. God, I'm so fucking smart. I'm so fucking smart, and I'm such a good cook. It's like, sometimes it's quite hard to be me. Things are smart and so cute and so nice. I'm only like a tiny bit completely mentally ill and nuts, and at times suicidal. Don't kill yourself. Anyone out there, you're struggling, you're feeling bad now, you get better later. It's always worth it. Unless you have a terminal illness. That's a different situation. Me? You got a terminal illness? It's a countdown to parody satire assassinating political figure. I'm not picky choosy. You know, parody satire. Do a big murder, take one for the team. If I've got, extreme lung cancers, freaking bad stuff. Oh my god. If I have like my eyes super dozy. Wait. This could be funny. Pairing soundboard with food eat. Okay, got me a little more centered. Okay. What went I don't know what you would badum tish. No. Friggin' fatality would be like if you're finishing the last bite.
Fatality.
I don't know if that's coming through over the music. Actually, I didn't turn the music down, sorry. Must be mad loud. We want to drown out my chewing sounds. Okay. We're gonna pause the music. I'm still eating. I'm gonna finish this before we get back to painting. Because if nobody's giving me a prompt or an ask or a request, I'm just gonna be doing my bullshit. Till then. See, that's the problem. All my friends, they're all art fuckers. They ain't awake this early. They're either at a day job, and their kind of day job's not as desky, you know? Most of them. Or they're waking up at 3 p.m., you know? They're self-employed. Okay, here we go. Can you eat a grilled cheese? Sexy mode. A little bit more. One sec. Sadly eating a grilled cheese. God, I wish I had auto controls for zoom and focus. I wish I had any pro streamer shit. Here we go. Tiny nibble. No, got nothing for that. Although, everybody ding sound. I hope that's syncing up. It's delicious. They put bells in this. There's little bells in this. Can you believe it? Oh, fuck. Mamma mia. Okay, I'm almost done. Don't worry, you little freaks. We'll get back to the drawing. Although I have more viewers now that I'm eating. It's hard to tell. It's like, is it just that the day goes forward more? And more people wake up? Like, what draws people? There's no idea. Because the number's so low. What am I fucking talking about? I'm just waking up the channel for the big event. The mural on the 15th. You know. The big mural on the 15th. On the 15th, February 15th, till it's done, featuring art from fantastic furry queers in the PNW, Danaroni, Sparkle Dogcore, and Colorful. You like that insane shit? You like that insane youthful energy shit? It's gonna be all over my fucking garage. Oh my god, that immediately dropped the viewer count. That's hilarious. Gotta get back to eating. Sluts. Okay. Here we go, depression eating.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly
You're watching the TV. You're alone, you're depressed.
I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping.
Okay. Almost done. There's the last slice. Have no idea how I'd pair the boobies one with this.
Oh, these, my boobies, my massive fucking titties, my super stuffed up milkies, my hunger bonger doinky boinkies, my fucking fabric stretching, wind flapping, gravity welling sex mouth.
And that is how you eat a sandwich. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to my instructional. Here we go. We're going back to our camp. It was live transition. Zoop. Titty cam. There we go. With the light on. Thank you. We'll put the music back on. And maybe some less chill. Some a little more pumped. No, that is, I just hit the lo-fi tab. What am I doing? It's the morning, baby. People want to wake up. Dubstep. Oh shit, is this like actual dubstep? That's kind of funny. When I say actual, I mean like original. Like from the UK before it got to the US and Skrillexfied and such and so on and so forth. Okay, I gotta make a new poster. Just say that we're back on track. Real quick. Don't look, avert your eyes. La 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 la. Sorry for the dead air. I just, you know, it's hard to talk and type at the same time. Only 2 brain cells. Doip. Did I miss a call? That could be bad. Oh boy, 1 sec. Not from anybody I know. Good to know my phone's working again. The bill collectors can get at me. Okay. So, this is all nice and dry. I think we're actually pretty good with any coloring shading. Oh, I forgot to do the dog. Or forgot. Ran out of time. Whatever. Doesn't matter. That's gonna be quick and easy. A dog's pee. It must be yellow. A dog's fur. A russet. My little fellow looks more like a fox. We're not going crazy on the details there for him. Because what I really want is someone to request a thing. So we're gonna start the line art. Here we go. I'm gonna readjust. And also, I'm gonna throw something on in the corner. From YouTube. Bullshit. No, I'm live on YouTube too. Ooh, actually, forget the music. Watching random YouTube videos while I draw. It's my stream. You do whatever I want, including post content.
I've been playing a lot of Warhammer 40k Darktide lately, and a funny thing keeps happening. We hammer our way through a mob of pus-filled zombie freaks, demonic dogs,
There we go.
and mutants. It gets really, really crazy. Then, in the middle of the chaos, I see one unlucky
Should be a little
soul
quieter
inside
than me.
being battered by a swinging club or a box of unprimed grenades, and we all laugh. And then one of us says, "This game fucking rules," and somebody else goes, "Yeah, it does."
Darktide is really good, but it has a lot of other problems.
Darktide is second to none. It's gross, satisfying, and really, really funny. And I've been doing this
Need a
for
crack
long
back
enough to know that
in.
when something is really, really stupid and funny, someone put a ton of thought and work into it. So I reached out to developer Fatshark to ask them, what is the secret sauce of Darktide's bonks, slashes, gashes, bumps, and thwumps?
That's a big question. I think when looking at getting the impacts right, it needs to both work in isolation, but it needs to convey everything together.
This is Matt Anderson, one of the many gunksmiths behind Dark Tides.
Gunsmiths.
He considers everything from animation to sound to effects.
We use those things to basically make a smorgasbord, if you will, of things we can use to convey meaning.
How much meaning can you extract from hitting a zombie cultist on the head with a metal pipe? A lot. It's not like the meaning of life kind of meaning, but within the brute routine of Dark Tides combat, there's still a lot going on. Violence is the language of Darktide, and it is a surprisingly complex language. There is an incredible spectrum of fucked upness that your enemies experience, and it's all important. It takes an enormous amount of tuning, but it's got to start somewhere. And for Fat Shark, it starts with a fantasy.
Before we started Vermintide 1, we looked at sort of in Lord of the Rings. I think Sauron is hitting a lot of like enemies out on the battlefield in the beginning of the movies. We were like, that kind of feeling we want for our two-handed club, basically. That was the first sort of embryo of what the goal setting on a very, very high level, right? One like this would be really cool in a game if you were able to actually hit stuff in the same way. They're flying left and right, and ragdolls, all that kind of physics.
Sauron's big swinging club was the core power fantasy that Fat Shark wanted to create when they started work on their first-person hack-and-slash Vermintide more than 5 years ago.
There we go.
They wanted players to feel like a legendary warrior, capable of battering scores of enemies in intimate combat. And that's the fantasy that's carried through to Darktide, even with the addition of guns. To make every hit big and correct, they created an impact system.
We tend to go off the deep end as well with the details. So, like for
Oh yeah,
we had
Darktide has a distinct feel of slapping down
direction of attack.
mobs of enemies to Vermintide. Vermintide felt more like, I don't know, you're in medieval cavalry press, you know, with like tons of guys, but still like, you know, shields clashing on shields. Darktide has more of a like living zombie slime.
Very specifically tied to your actions. Like this Ogre and Power Maul combo, where the second hit is an upward swing. Every time it lands, it looks like Poochie
Here we
returning.
go. Here we go.
My planet needs me.
So we handcraft that to push more of the forces onto the torso and the hip of the guy.
Mhm.
creating
There we
the
go.
center
There we
mass,
go.
As opposed to if you're fighting someone.
Yoip,
hitting them with a
zoip,
knife. Some of them,
doip.
the glass weapons, they have very low push forces, so the guy basically just collapses. But we spend quite a lot of time setting up the tooling and the principles and the mastery of those systems so that we can effortlessly create when we get around to a weapon.
The brilliant thing here is that Fat Shark is feeding extremely detailed, context-sensitive parameters into a ragdoll system that also responds to the game world and secondary impacts, creating endless ways for satisfying and slapstick shit to happen. But those goofy ragdoll animations are only applied once an enemy is fully dead. Darktide also needed to account for less lethal interactions with its mobs. In higher difficulty levels, crowd control becomes super important. In the economy of Darktide's combat, stamina is one of your main currencies. It's the regenerating resource you use to sprint, and it's also the resource you use to block. If you're swinging
Yeah.
away blindly,
Create some delineation, I think, between the hat and there. And then
when it's out, you are taking
we're gonna do
damage.
some
That's where the shove comes in. It
shading as
costs a
well.
big chunk of stamina, but it also puts all the enemies near you into a staggered state. And when they're staggered, they can't hit you, so it's your turn again. Those stagger animations are another element of Darktide that need to align with the game's core fantasy while also serving a specific goal within the gameplay design.
I love Polygon Pat. He's such a cutie.
While also being incredibly precise.
It's the marriage between the kind of the vision of what the spectacle of the game should be and then the gameplay function of it. So you need to marry these, like the physical impacts together with what makes sense within the gameplay. When we go into the mocap sessions, we're working with the same mocap artist that we've always, so he's used to it. It's basically me pushing Niklas around and he knows how far he gets to move, and I modulate the power of, because I'm a big guy, so we're having fun, and basically go, so I want to have a light stagger, 1.2 seconds, boom, and then he, you know, he does his thing.
Once again, Stuntman Niklas doing his thing isn't just important for aesthetic reasons. A shove animation that takes too long or too short could break that tightly managed economy of Darktide's combat. So behind every satisfying stumble and tumble, there's a guy who really knows how to throw himself
Oh shit.
a tight deadline. And a team of developers to tune those movements and make them all blend seamlessly into all the other animations.
That's
There's
fucking
so
nutty
much
nuts.
granularity to Darktide's violence feedback systems.
Video games have come so far.
Check this out. So what's the meaning here? Well, from an aesthetic perspective, it's cool. It's empowering. It sells the fantasy that your weapon is dangerous and loud. But it's not just aesthetics, because a near miss is actually helpful. In Darktide, gun-having enemies will shoot you until you close the distance and force them into melee combat. But closing that distance is dangerous, so that's where suppression comes in. Menacing these enemies with gunfire will drive them to cower or run, and when they're doing that, they can't shoot. The flinching is a visual indicator that even if your bullets aren't hitting enemies, they're doing something important. But what about these guys? Nope, they don't flinch. That's because
Darktide, my main issue was they didn't roll they didn't roll out everything at the beginning. Nice enough. Not nice enough. Darktide.
And these behaviors are reinforced by the visual design of the infested. Most of the enemies in Darktide are under the thrall of the Chaos God Nurgle, but these guys in particular are super far gone. They barely have working brains. Their living dead aesthetic reinforces their total lack of self-preservation. When you whack them with a pipe, maggots and green gunk fly out. And if you were hoping that that explosion of pus was just some nasty eye candy, I regret to inform you there's also meaning in the blood and guts. The kind of stuff that comes flying out of a target on impact is, like everything else, designed
There's
to
also
both
meaning in the
strike
blood and
fear
guts.
and reinforce the fantasy. Hitting armored portions of an enemy's body produces sparks, and that lets you know that maybe you should try another approach. A little bit of blood means that you've hit pay dirt, and a lot of bit of blood means that you don't have to worry about that particular scab anymore. That's not to say that Fat Shark is strictly utilitarian. Once a ghoul is dead, there's no tactical reason that a player should keep paying attention to them. But this is a game that's supposed to be fun, and seeing the same canned death animation hundreds of thousands of times would be boring. So to curb that, Fat Shark implemented a nasty wound system. Enemies come apart in lots of ways, based on weapon type, attack direction, and attack location. Their system creates a seemingly endless configuration of ugly demises that blend a dismemberment system, gore decals, canned mocap animations, and ragdolls. This is the closest thing to icing on the cake, but, you know, we need the icing. Now, if I were sitting alone in my home office, cackling at this blood orgy, I would be worried for me too. But it was a social experience, and that makes it better. The game's animation and physics reliably produce "did you see that" moments, and for the most part, yeah, we did. This is one of the easiest parts about Darktide's chaos to take for granted, that everybody is seeing the same thing. From what I hear, making online games is really hard. To limit the amount of data getting sent back and forth over a network, a lot of non-essential stuff gets computed on the client side. Like maybe you're playing a game of Destiny and a ragdoll gets stuck in an elevator door and starts freaking out, and then you ask your friends if they see it and they're like, no. That's because the physics are being rendered locally for each player. Usually this is fine because it's not that important, but with up-close physical combat being so core to Darktide's appeal, Fat Shark made extra effort to make those shared moments more common.
The ragdoll bits and all of the post-mortem stuff that happens to a guy that's purely client side. But so we do try to feed out the correct predictions to the clients. So your guy will probably not be flying exactly the same, but very, very close to the same. So if you have a death animation and someone is like stumbling around without an arm or a leg, or someone, you know, the Ogren comes in and just throws a box at him and he goes flying, that is just comedy gold, right? And you want to share that because then it becomes more fun.
It's a fun case study in how much substance you can find in style. And if you really examine it up close, it's also a testament to the fact
It's really
that
interesting.
between style and substance is kind of messy. The feedback games give us can be useful info or satisfying spectacle. It's best when they're both. I also like it
9:28. We got half an hour left. Still in requests. That's basically done. Maybe a little spiral swirl on the carpet. And then, oh, we still need to do some shading. I do love a polygon though. Let's watch another polygon.
Are you tired of being nice?
Now it's in that one. There we go. That's some nice background noise.
I don't care how fancy a new game's graphics are or how many guns its guns have. What I want to know is, do I need to take out a little notebook, jot down some names, draw a rudimentary map, connect some dots? What I really want to know is, should I be taking notes? I know I'm not alone in this. I've found plenty of people asking across internet forums for note-taking games, or notebook games, or journaling games. There are a lot of boring names for this. But the games, they're not boring. These are games that breach their digital confines, filling up the pages of our notebooks with strange hieroglyphics and the cat scratches of a mind enthralled by a mystery. These physical relics may come from places like modern games, but they harken back to an earlier era of gaming, when the game's manual was a critical part of the product. In the 80s and 90s, when memory on game cartridges and floppy disks was limited, it didn't make sense for developers to take up precious space with instructions and diagrams. So, a game's manual typically included control layouts, lore, and hints not found in the game itself. Check out this menu for Root Beer Tapper, or the kick-ass winged snake art for Vanguard, which looked like this. One of the most famous and gorgeous examples is the Legend of Zelda manual. It's full of colorful art, enemy and item descriptions, and helpful early game maps. 7 pages alone are dedicated to setting up the story. Other manuals went even further. Some contain the solutions to puzzles that acted like a sort of proto-DRM. Star Tropics included a letter written by your in-game uncle that you dipped in water to reveal a code.
What?
Thanks, uncle.
Damn.
A common feature of a lot of these manuals, usually in the back, with some blank pages for the player to take notes.
I guess it's for you, the player, to write things down if you wanted.
This was an era before guides were ubiquitous. Figuring out puzzles or mapping out a game world was up to you, and using a pen and paper made decrypting a game's mysteries much easier. These days, it's not hard to find blogs, forum posts, and Pinterest boards filled with images of hand-drawn maps or puzzle solutions for games like Myst or Zelda. These became precious keepsakes for people, a testament to their journey through the game and a relic of their adventure. It's hard to know if this was the intention of the developers at the time. Game graphics were rudimentary, so puzzles and environmental clues were much more obtuse, which made note-taking much more of a necessity.
Weird.
As technology progressed, game manuals became less and less of a memory saver, shrinking down in size and detail. Today, digital sales have made them all but obsolete, and the note-taking games that made them such a treasure faded along with them into a distant, sentimental memory.
Oh, just extra dots. You can't go wrong with extra dots. It's so soothing. So soothing. You know? So here we go.
The throwback graphics and gameplay evoke that feeling of exploring a world teeming with unexplained secrets and cryptic puzzles, aided by one of the best video game soundtracks ever. The player's ability to switch dimensions was the perfect mechanic for hiding and uncovering clues. Quite literally, you could never see the full picture of a level all at once. They were packed with hidden areas, wild power-ups, and even an in-world alphabet. Like so many other games of a bygone era, this type of puzzle sleuthing was made much easier and more compelling if you kept a notebook of your work, a method directly inspired by Phil Fish's experience playing the Myst follow-up Riven. And these are some satisfying puzzles to solve, the kind where you feel lost in the dark, grasping at straws, right up until the moment your brain is slammed so hard by an epiphany that you practically fall out of a chair. When I played Fez, I used my notebook to keep track of glyphs and hidden messages I uncovered, along with my ongoing attempt to translate the game's language. Keeping a notebook became so associated with the game that a fantastic Tumblr blog was created just to show them off. It illustrates what made Fez so special. It wasn't just riffing on a visual or even auditory nostalgia, but a tactile one. A throwback not just to the games we used to play, but how we played them. It's how Fez was designed, and it required drawing on another aspect of these kind of retro games: complexity. As Patrick Stafford wrote in Unwinnable magazine, complexity is handling many different factors all at once, a juggling act of thought and skill. 2005's God of War was difficult, but it's not complex. You move through the world and defeat baddies. That's kind of all there is to it. But in Fez, you had to constantly be on the lookout for clues, while also juggling multiple interconnected series of puzzles, on top of trying to solve the level's platforming challenge. And before you could even begin to understand most of the game's secrets, you had to decrypt an entire alphabet. And you had to be really dedicated to solving these things because the clues could be spread across multiple levels, and the game didn't signpost them at all. Which was another big change that occurred alongside the decline of game manuals in the early aughts. As the PlayStation and Xbox dominated the market, developers and publishers wanted to reach wider audiences. So they relied on things like huge on-screen button prompts, super detailed quest logs, and
what the fuck?
trails to lower the complexity and thus the barrier of entry. I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing. Not every game needs to be complex. And it's not
New
like
page.
games completely disappeared. Rather, note-taking was mostly relegated to murder mystery games.
We got
Those based on Sherlock Holmes.
only got half an hour left, so this is gonna be something shrimple unless somebody pops in with last-minute requests.
And cinematic genre that's loved by millions of people, so its games haven't always followed the larger gaming trends. But unlike mystery books and movies, where the plot must ultimately reveal the solution, mystery games give you a chance to be the detective, with a notebook full of all your little clues. That's exactly how I felt as I puzzled through Her Story. This full motion video game, released in 2015, gives you the chance to play a detective as you watch clips from a police database and try to unravel a murder mystery. The real actor
some
spin isn't
Isabelle
really
hair.
here. The game is also a lot easier and more immersive with a notepad at your side. It's not at all the same reason you're taking notes in a game like Fez. Unraveling Her Story's mystery is the entire experience. But like Fez, Her Story journal-pilled a lot of people, us included.
I loved Her Story. Her Story was so good.
Perfectly complements the amateur sleuth the player is essentially role-playing. And that's why I think so many of today's best note-taking games are murder mysteries, or murder mystery adjacent. But a lot of people view note-taking as essentially homework. So game developers have figured out ways to preserve the essence of note-taking while making it optional. Outer Wilds is a space mystery about a dead alien civilization, an intergalactic whodunit, if you will. As you dig deeper into the enigma of their disappearance, you encounter physics-defying puzzles, hidden shortcuts, and uncover long-lost journals spread across multiple planets. It's a level of complexity that would beg for detail.
Maybe more of a sad puppy
if it weren't
dog.
for the clever way the game helps players keep track of clues. Not in a list,
It's
but
like
in
a sheep
web
would
of
have like a
connections. With just a glance, you can see what threads still
little
need
snoot.
pulling, while easily reviewing what you've gleaned so far. You can also take a break from one branch of the mystery and hit up an entirely different line of questioning.
Little
It
jelly
stays
roll
true to the
body.
messiness of a notebook while keeping everything well organized, like a conspiracy tax form made by Marie Kondo.
Oh my god, Marie Kondo.
The return of the Oberdin setting is quite different from Outer Wilds. Instead of playing as an interplanetary archaeologist, you're a maritime insurance agent conducting an audit. But I promise almost everyone was murdered. You unravel the fate of each unfortunate
You know, I
soul
never
aboard
played
vessel,
Mystery of the
piecing together
Oberdin.
but more likely how they died. You aren't told if you're right until you get a trifecta
Maybe I will after
of
this stream.
identified victims, which means sometimes making a wild-ass guess is the correct path forward.
They're gonna be kind of like worried, you know?
Every person on the Oberdin, it ends up being an overwhelming amount of information at first, but it can all be easily tracked using the game's built-in journal. Filling in its blank pages is a core feature of the game. along with a magical pocket watch which lets you see how
Interlocking, little interlocking hands there.
You can see another take on the idea of a fill-in-the-blank style mystery. In the case
Now it's
of
looking
the
more
book,
like a old little
as you
dog.
collect clues from its
Give him an
strangely
earring.
charming murder scenes, they accumulate words in a bank at the bottom of the screen, which are then used to fill in a short summary of what happened. These words and names are also used to complete some smaller puzzles that
And then I'll just do some background stuff.
done it easier.
There we go. Yep. Yep.
Freed me of the need to write down every little thing, so instead I could fill my notepad with charts and tables and even literal math equations that I needed to solve in order to close the case. Okay, so it's kind of like homework. These are games that put logic and deduction front and center, but they're not the only way developers have paid tribute to the mysterious vibe of gaming's earliest years.
There we go, some blue.
Tunic does something even more unique. This isometric adventure game walks a similar path to Fez, riffing on the nostalgic experience of exploring a world with little context or direction. It also has a killer soundtrack. But what makes Tunic special is that it takes the idea of a game manual and makes it part of the experience, tossing the player a new page as a reward for their progress. The pages are mostly written in a fictional language and require some intuition and lateral thinking to parse. And much like Fez, even deeper puzzles are hidden inside both the game and the manual. Bringing it all full circle, the in-game manual also has notes scribbled in the back, left behind by another player. I took some crucial notes while I played Tunic, but nowhere near as many as my coworker Nicole Carpenter did.
Tunics.
She kept a journal of the game and filled it with drawings and diagrams, which you could see in her review on Polygon.com.
And I also collaborated with my partner on it. So he did some of the drawings and I did some of the drawings, and that was really fun.
Nicole, like me, is an avid game note taker.
So I'm always looking for a reason to use a notebook, because I'm one of those people who are like, I'll buy a new notebook and it will save my life. You can also see how many notebooks I have back there.
Oh yeah. I shared my Fez notes with Nicole, and she showed me some of the journals she's created over the years.
This is the Hitman. This is one page from the Hitman one.
I wanted to talk to her about a game that takes note-taking even further than all these other games, because it makes keeping a game journal the entire game. In fact, it's part of its own little genre called
keepsake games,
Ooh,
which
I like that.
are games where like the game itself
Hey
is
Frankie,
creating, like,
you come to make some art?
so the game feels back from memory.
A game where you play as a cryptozoologist doing actual fieldwork.
It has prompts that you get sent every day. Like, it wants you to write a letter to, like, another scientist. So, like, you write the letter over here. And then sometimes it's like, go out into nature.
Meow, 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 meow.
And then, like, journal about the leaves. Or, like, draw the leaves and then write down what the species name is. And do some more research at your computer. And, like, that's all part of the game.
This niche genre is called keepsake gaming because at the end of the experience, what you have left is a physical keepsake of your journey, which is also the case with so many of the note-taking games I love. I can always play Fez again, but this little notebook brings back the memories of that first bewildering playthrough. From the
Oh
moment
man, whatever happened to Fez guy? I know he kind of got pissed and blew up and disappeared.
It's funny, because one thing in common with all these games is that I wish I could forget I ever played them, only so I could experience playing them again. You should give it a try. I promise, keeping a gaming notebook doesn't sound as much like homework as it might appear. You may also expect your assignment on my desk Monday morning at 9 a.m. sharp. Don't act surprised, it's in the syllabus.
It's a weird little professor man.
Thanks for watching my video.
Okay, let's do some background shit. Little dippy dips, some little drippy drips, some process. Almost done here, 15 minutes. 15 minutes, last chance for anybody watching. Anybody who has been watching, thank you for watching. This is all build up for the mural. On the 15th, be there, or be a square.
Did you say
So on Monday, we tried to come up with the craziest way we could imagine to celebrate, and I knew immediately we had to take a crack at chocolate from SpongeBob. And, oh, what do you like that? There's some chocolate right here. Never mind, easiest episode ever. Anyway, thank you guys for subscribing, and we have a great day, and obviously I'm just joking. Of course, we are going to make some chocolate entirely from scratch, which is going to require some tools and ingredients that you can't really get in your local grocery. So if you guys will follow me on a quick field trip,
Some navy blue.
to make our own chocolate, which might take us a bit farther afield.
Okay. Gotta let that dry a little bit. Stretch break. Little stretch break. Oh, fuck. Fuck me. Ugh. Chocolate! 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 Delicious chocolate. This is delicious chocolate. Want to eat that delicious chocolate? Yeah.
Here, and by God, we're going to use it. We've got one day in Ecuador, and we're spending it here at Hacienda Cacao. Nestled in the mountains about an hour away from the city of Guayaquil. Our guide Jamil, who's also an owner, provided us with a tour of the farm and showed me how cacao is grown and harvested there. The cacao fruit grows from these little flowers on the trees, and the 0.01% of them that get pollinated grow to this size in about 4 months. The ripeness of the fruit is judged by its color, which Jamil explained, and then let me try harvesting one for myself.
As you can see, there is just purple cacaos, but we need to find red cacao right now. Red. So when the cacao is ripe, it's ready for collect and harvest. So if you see a red cacao, please tell me if this is an idea. Great. Now say, you can do it. Do it and twist in one direction, okay? He's a twisty one.
I've got such resting, bored, sad face. And it's not just the makeup. It's the underbite. I hate my jaw. But you know what? Some people probably fucking love it.
Fresh cacao. Fresh cacao. The idea to try is just don't bite it. Suck it and don't bite it.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Here we go. We're ready for another.
Got my fill of fresh cacao fruit. It was time to check out the next stage in the chocolate making process, fermentation, which we skipped over because Jamil didn't have any fermenting at the time. Some stuff.
I mean, we're gonna go see the fermenters.
After 6 to 10 days, the beans turn a reddish brown and then are dried, after which they're ready to be turned into chocolate. This is what I'll be using to make modern chocolate at home, but Jamil wanted to show me the traditional way that chocolate was prepared.
Oops, that's too thick.
Pot for a few minutes until you hear popcorn sound, which is the sound of the husks cracking, indicating that they're ready to peel.
So the idea in the roasting process is try to peel the shell.
With the peels removed, we then run the beans through a manual grinder and shake the ground beans lovingly. Then we're back on the stove where we warm some water, to which we're going to add our 100% cacao, raw sugar cane, some chili pepper, lemongrass, and clove leaf. Once everything is brought to a simmer,
Just a little detail. This motherfucker's making chocolate from scratch for SpongeBob.
but now it's time to head back.
Modern media is a trip.
Bar of chocolate. So we thanked our gracious hosts, and we're on our way with fresh cacao fruit in tow. Only to leave it at the hotel after realizing we wouldn't make it through customs. So I'm going to use these backup beans that I bought online. They might not be exactly the same, but for all intents and purposes, they're right where we left off at the farm. So we're going to start by roasting these guys, spreading them out evenly.
Maru, my baby bear, my baby girl. What dost thou needeth, my baby girl?
Shorter roasting times will apparently
Kitty cat is rubbing upon my legs.
a nuttier chocolate. So we went for about 30 minutes to strike a good balance between fruity and nutty. Let these guys cool completely, and then it's time to peel, in a process known as winnowing. Now, not all cacao beans are as easy to peel as the ones we saw out in Ecuador. The shells were holding on for dear life, and the beans were a little bit more brittle, so before I could get the skins off, they were breaking down into nibs, which I then had to separate by hand, so eventually I turned, as I so often do,
We can even use the blue shading on the non-guy stuff and things. And then all that's left is the line art. We only got 10 minutes left.
Nib counterparts, and then slowly, carefully sprinkling them down in front of a running fan. Thanks to Husk's lighter weight and less aerodynamic form factor, should get pushed out of the nib stream as they cascade down into a bowl. Now, this is obviously not a system. It makes it dusty.
But first,
and definitely does not catch all the skins, requiring at least a dozen passes to get rid of what looked like about 90% of the husks. The cool part is that it was surprisingly effective at
drink, stretch, take care of yourself, live your best life.
virtually only husks. That being said, some manual removal was definitely necessary, which Kendall and Nico were very kind to help me with. Otherwise, it would have taken me much longer than an hour and a half to sort through this kilo of nibs. But there you have it, the building blocks of chocolate, which must now be crushed into a liquor called chocolate liquor. No, not chocolate liqueur, which is alcoholic, while chocolate liquor is an ultra-smooth paste of cocoa solids.
Hydrate, baby.
Preemptively
Zazang.
nibs in batches for about 1 minute each, until they just started to release their fats and take on a consistency like wet sand. Rinse and repeat with the remaining nibs, and then it's time to bust out the concha. This home appliance version of the traditional process, where 2 rough stone molds are kept immobile in the center of a rotating drum, the bottom of which is made from the same stone. This has the effect of both grinding and warming the chocolate, deepening the flavors and making it impossibly smooth. We're going to start by gently warming the drum of concha itself.
Time for the lines, and then we will be done for the day.
Set this thing to maximum grind, which is its only setting, just like me. Oh, wait, no, that didn't work. Both the joke and the concha, which, due to the still rough texture of the chocolate, obstinately refused to turn, just like me. That worked even less. Now, you're supposed to let this grind for an hour on its own before adding any cocoa butter, but
He's so fucking corny.
that the fat would help get things going, and it did, adding the
He's got such dad vibes.
Now for a 65
I wonder if he has any kids. Any kids.
750 grams, 5% cocoa butter, 55 grams, and the rest is sugar, which we'll add after these guys get to know each other for about 4 hours. Now, I can't recommend what I'm doing for safety and legal reasons, but we're taping down the 45-minute maximum timer on this concha and leaving this device to its own devices for 4 hours before adding any sugar. Now, I had never used one of these things before, so I was surprised to find that after the allotted time, it had rendered our cocoa solids and fats into an incredibly smooth liquid. It already looked and tasted like 100% baking chocolate. But we want to eat this stuff, so we gotta add sugar. 30% of the total weight is about 350 grams of superfine sugar, added slowly through the sugar feed whole thing. Now, the chocolate's texture might have seemed very nearly done, but this thing was only getting started, gearing up to grind for another 20 hours. Apparently, this not only makes the chocolate super smooth, but develops its flavor. The next morning, and it's not quite done yet, but I want to come downstairs and give it a taste. And at this point, it is untempered chocolate, which is kind of magic to see happen from its original bean state. But how's
8 more minutes.
And I might be biased here.
It would be amazing if I got a last minute draw request in the last 8 minutes.
The chocolate has passed the 20-hour mark, and at this point it's clocking about 110 degrees Fahrenheit, a perfect place to start the tempering process. Now we want to slowly cool it off 2 ways. First, by pouring it into a large stainless steel bowl where we can agitate and aerate it with great vigor. And this might seem like cheating, but we need some seed chocolate, that is, a handful of chocolate that's already been tempered, so that it contains the precious crystals necessary to make our chocolate set, shiny, and snappy at room temperature. So after adding 10 to 20% of the chocolate's weight in seed chocolate, we're stirring the chocolate constantly and spiritedly, especially once the chocolate starts dropping below 94 degrees Fahrenheit, as this is where crystals begin to grow. If your seed chocolate isn't fully melted, you can place it over a pot of simmering water, but just make sure not to let it exceed 94. This is a pretty long and arduous process, so it's a good idea every once in a while to do a tempered test, coating the end of a butter knife or tiny offset spatula with a thin layer of chocolate every 5 minutes, letting it sit at room temperature for another 5 minutes to see how your crystals are developing. You can see the improvement in the temper from left to right that resulted from nothing more than time and agitation. At long last, once the chocolate is tempered, it's finally finally time to turn it into chocolate bars. Spreading the chocolate evenly over a polycarbonate chocolate bar mold, scraping off the excess back into the bowl to flatten out the top. Don't worry, we obviously saved all the extra. And I plan on eating all of it over the next 7 days.
Okay.
And then to coax out any hidden bubbles underneath the surface of the chocolate.
Let's see. And you can be saying like,
without breaking the mold against the tabletop, before stepping aside and letting the crystals do their thing for at least 2 hours. And optionally, this is a point where you can add stuff like salt. After all, nowadays you can buy almost any dessert with extra salt sprinkled on it. 4 hours later, just to be safe,
your humble servant.
Bars. Looks like our tempo was effective and the chocolate bars have set, so time to turn them out onto a sheet pan and take a look. And unfortunately, it looks like a little bit of moisture got into the mold before we poured in the chocolate, resulting in a slight bloom on its surface. But this is easily remedied by very carefully painting the chocolate with a torch. If you heat it above 94 degrees, it will go out of temper, so be very super careful. And there you have it, chocolate from scratch. It might not be totally bean to bar, but it's as close as we could legally get. All that's left now is some arts and crafts to make it look like the bars from SpongeBob. I'm starting with gold foil wrapped around the chocolate itself.
And then down there.
Stripe on top of that.
Funny animal complete.
First time in a while. And while it might only be a cartoonish approximation of a cartoon, there you have it. Chocolate from SpongeBob. Look, it even matches the reference photo on Kendall's laptop. Now I just gotta make the same face. There it is. And as we all
And that's the end of the stream, folks. Anybody still watching? Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm gonna leave the Beer Back stream up a little bit longer with the poster, and that'll be that. Good night and goodbye.